You're slowly killing your dreams every time you announce them. How many times have you shared your big plans with people, only to experience that fleeting burst of dopamine, a counterfeit sense of accomplishment, before never actually taking action? How often have you allowed their doubts, skepticism, and lackluster energy to seep into your vision like a contagious disease? Every time you declare your goals, you're leaking power, giving away a fragment of your momentum. You permit others to puncture your belief with their opinions. Opinions from people who haven't built anything significant. And in doing so, you slow yourself down. Real achievers, however, don't make announcements. They execute. They appear quietly, working in the shadows, letting their results generate the noise. While you're busy telling the world what you're going to do, someone else is already out there making it happen. The truth is, if you're serious about winning, you need to shut up and get moving. Because next time you speak about your dreams instead of chasing them, you're only making it easier for someone else to claim what should have been yours. What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you're leaking the very energy you need to transform your life? Each time you open your mouth to reveal your plans, you rob yourself of the fire, hunger, and drive necessary to make them a reality. You feel that little hit of excitement, don't you? When you declare, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life, I'm going to change everything. You experience a momentary high, as if you've already accomplished something or are already on your way. But here's the brutal truth. You're lying to yourself. You haven't done a damn thing, and that tiny rush should have fueled your work. Yet instead, it's wasted on words. Consider your past. How many times have you boasted grand plans only to end up with nothing? How many times have you proclaimed, "This time I'm serious," only to retreat back into the same excuses and distractions? Each time you do this, you condition your brain to think that talking is equivalent to doing. And that is why you remain stuck, why you keep starting and stopping, why you never build true momentum. You've spent far too much time telling people what you're going to do and not nearly enough time shutting up and doing it. If you're ready to change your life, to break free from this cycle, and become the person you know you can be, your first step is silence. No more announcements, no more informing your friends, family, or coworkers about your projects. The moment you do, you invite doubt, distraction, and worst of all, complacency. Guard your vision like a fortress. Protect it with your life. When your energy isn't leaking out and is instead locked in, focused, and contained, that is when you become unstoppable. It is then that people will wonder, what happened to them? Because while they were busy talking, you were busy working, executing silently even as they announced. Imagine this. Picture the version of you that stops talking and starts showing. Envision what would happen if every ounce of energy formerly spent explaining your plans was redirected into taking action. Imagine that 6 months or a year from now you walk into a room and leave people in awe, not because you talked about it but because you became it. Do you feel that fire in your gut right now? That's what happens when you awaken to the truth, when you decide that you're done playing small, done seeking validation, and ready to step into what you've always known you could achieve. If that fire is burning inside you and you're ready to flip the switch on your power, listen closely. Your time begins now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it feels right, but right now. Get silent, get to work, and the next time someone talks about you, let it be in whispers, because they can't ignore what you've built. What if I told you that the only thing holding you back isn't your circumstances, your past, or your so-called bad luck? It's you. Every excuse you've ever made, every reason you've given for why you can't, is a lie you've been telling yourself in the name of comfort. The truth is, your life as it is right now is exactly what you've settled for. You might not like where you are or how you feel, but that gut feeling, frustration, anger, disappointment, is your most potent fuel. Most people let this pain paralyze them, drowning in it. They wake up feeling stuck, insignificant, as if their dreams are slipping away. Instead of fighting back, they numb themselves, scrolling, binge-watching, planning without following through. Then 5 years pass, then 10, and one day they awaken to a reflection of someone unrecognizable, a person who once had fire, hunger, and dreams, but who traded it all for comfort. That will not be you, not today. Today you make a decision. And I don't mean a half-hearted, trial-by-trying decision. I mean a full-on no-turning-back, burn-the-boats kind of decision, a decision that says, I don't care how tired I am, how hard it gets, or how long it takes. I will make this happen. Success isn't about talent, intelligence, or luck. It's about making a decision, waking up every day and choosing to show up, to push forward, and to refuse to quit, regardless of the challenges. And that decision must start right now. No tomorrow, no waiting for the perfect moment. Maybe you want to lose weight, then stop talking and start acting. Maybe you want to launch a business. stop researching and start selling. If you want to change your life, stop waiting for motivation and start moving, because action creates momentum, and momentum changes everything. The best part: you don't have to be perfect. All you need is to start, commit, and show up repeatedly, regardless of how you feel, how slow the progress seems, or how many times you fall. Remember, it's not failure that kills dreams. It's inconsistency. Do you think you have time? Don't. Do you believe you can wait? Can't. Do you assume the right moment is yet to come? It's already here. If you don't grab it, if you don't run with it, if you don't decide right now that you're done with excuses, then you're choosing to remain exactly where you are. So, I ask you one final question. Are you done? Are you done living at half speed, waiting for permission, letting fear make your choices? So, this is your moment, the moment when everything changes. The next time someone asks you how you did it, you'll be able to say, I decided. Consider this. Right now, in this very second, you are either building your future or burning it to the ground. Every choice you make, every habit you reinforce, is either pulling you closer to your potential or locking you into a prison of mediocrity. This isn't philosophy, it's fact. Let's be real. Most people lie to themselves. They claim they're trying, that they want success, but when it's time to act, they hesitate, letting fear, doubt, and laziness take over, only to wonder later why they feel stuck, why nothing changes. The reason is simple. You are negotiating with your own weakness. You let that small voice in your head talk you out of action, convincing you that later will come, until later becomes never. You tell yourself it's too hard, and suddenly, you're shrinking away from your potential. And the worst part, you begin to believe your own excuses. Here's the truth. You don't need more time, more motivation, or another sign from the universe. What you need is to decide. Decide that you will no longer be a slave to your own mind, that you won't let fear dictate your actions. Decide that no matter how tired or challenged you feel, you are the kind of person who follows through. Your emotions, your feelings, they don't care about your future. They crave comfort, ease, and the status quo. If you allow them to control you, you'll wake up 10 years from now with nothing to show for it. Now is the time to decide. Pain is inevitable. It's either the sting of discipline or the ache of regret. One fleeting moment of discipline versus a lifetime haunted by regret. So which will you choose? Because here's the deal. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you're willing to accept. The reason you haven't reached your desires is that, deep down, you've accepted less than you deserve. You've tolerated procrastination, inconsistency, and playing small. But today that ends, because you're not here to be average. You're not destined to relive the same monotonous day until time runs out. You're here to dominate, to build, to become that person who follows through on every promise no matter what. You know how that happens? You make discipline your new standard. From now on, you don't wait until you feel like it, you do it regardless. Excuses aren't an option, you make it happen. You refuse to negotiate with weakness, crushing it before it even has a chance to speak. Because when you commit, when you push and show up every single day as if your future depends on it, in 6 months you won't even recognize yourself. In a year, people will ask, how did you do it? And the answer will be simple. I stopped waiting, I started doing, and I never looked back. Now let me ask you, how much longer are you going to remain stuck, trapped in the same cycle of excuses and old habits? Maybe you'll say tomorrow. But tomorrow is a lie. How many times have you promised yourself you'd start on Monday? How many times have you waited for the perfect moment, the right motivation, for the stars to align? And where has that gotten you? Right here, stuck with the same problems, the same frustrations, the same life. If you don't change something now, if you don't snap out of it this very second, 5 years, 10 years from now, you'll be wondering why you never did anything. And the truth is, you've been lying to yourself. You tell yourself you need to feel ready, be in the right mindset, or wait for more time. But here's the reality. You don't need more time, another sign, or permission. You just need to make a decision, a real, unyielding decision. The only difference between winners and those who fall short is that winners stop negotiating with their own BS. They stop overthinking, stop waiting, and they stop being soft on themselves. They decide, commit, and go all in no matter what. That's the standard. And the brutal truth is that most people will never reach that level. Most will spend their lives waiting, hesitating, allowing fear and laziness to rob them of everything they could have been. But not you, not anymore. Right now, I'm speaking to the part of you that is sick of your own excuses, that knows it's time, that's done being comfortable, done settling, and done living at half capacity. This is your moment, right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Because if you don't move now, you won't move later. You'll remain in the same patterns, watching your dreams wither away as you distract yourself with trivialities. But if you decide today that you're done waiting, if you commit now to showing up every single day regardless of what, I promise you everything will change. Because here's what happens when you stop waiting, stop hoping, and start doing. You cease wishing and begin executing. You abandon dreaming and start becoming. Suddenly, you become unstoppable. You evolve into the kind of person who never breaks promises to themselves, who dominates every day with purpose, who doesn't quit when it gets hard, and who demands more from life and receives it. That's who you're meant to be. Not this hesitant, weak version of yourself that second-guesses every move. The only thing standing between you and that unstoppable version is action. Immediately, not later. So here's my challenge. Prove it now. Not after this speech, not tomorrow, right now. This is the defining moment when you either step up or remain stagnant. Decide, move, execute, because 5 years from now you'll either look back and say that was the moment you changed your life, or that it was just another day when you did nothing. Which will it be? Look yourself in the eye and ask, what is truly stopping you? What excuse are you clinging to? What story have you been telling yourself about why you're not where you want to be? It's all lies. You're not stuck, you're not broken, and you're not waiting for the perfect time. You're choosing to stay exactly where you are. Until you own that, until you accept that you are the problem, you will never be the solution. So let's cut the crap and get real because time is running out. Think about it. How many years have you wasted? How many times have you looked in the mirror to see the same person, making the same promises and breaking them? And if nothing changes today, how many more years are you willing to throw away? The brutal truth is that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to fix your life. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not even God. It's all on you. If you want success, you must earn it. If you want respect, you must command it. If you want a better life, you must build it. And that starts with the decisions you make in this exact moment. So tell me, are you finally ready to break free? If you are, I'll show you exactly how. And if not, then step aside. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm here for those who are done being average. Step 1, make a decision. Not a maybe or an I'll try. Make a real, unshakable, no-turning-back decision that you will do whatever it takes to change. Because the truth is, you don't have a discipline problem or a motivation problem. You have a decision problem. Winners don't wait to feel like showing up. They decide to show up, regardless of circumstances. They decide to push on when it gets hard and to be relentless. And that's what sets them apart. Step 2, attack. Stop hesitating, stop waiting for someday, and stop giving yourself outs. Attack your goals as if your life depends on it, because it does. Every second you waste is a second you'll never recover. Every excuse you make is time stolen from your future. And every day you sit on the sidelines is a day when someone hungrier than you is taking what should be yours. Step 3, make pain your fuel. You've been running from pain your entire life, avoiding discomfort, dodging failure, and hiding from hard work. And that's why you're losing. The ones who win don't run from pain. They run toward it, learn from it, and let it sharpen them into something unstoppable. So stop searching for shortcuts or the easy way out. Face the pain, take the hits, and keep moving forward. Step 4. Never negotiate with your weakness. There is a voice inside you right now trying to talk you out of this, trying to convince you that you're not ready, that it's too late, that you're too tired, too busy, too scared. That voice is a liar. It's your enemy, and every time you listen, you kill your future a little more. From this moment on, silence that voice. Crush the excuses before they crush you, because 5 or 10 years from now you'll look back and either say this was the day everything changed or that it was just another day when you did nothing. The choice is yours.